Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Ready for dinner? So I have your hearty cuts with real chicken and beef again. So this is the last of the can. And then, yeah, kibble, of course. And yeah, I got water. So, not quite as hot today, huh? So I'm about 10 minutes early to dinner. So, not sure. Does that mean you're ready to eat? Okay, well I guess I'll open the door and bring out your food, okay? Okay, coming out with the food. You're blocking my path to the table here. So I'm gonna have to walk around. Moving hiss, so that's good. Looking at your bowl. Okay, let me move the water over closer to me. And your bowl is almost empty. Only a little bit left. So it wasn't as hot today. I'm surprised you drank so much. Oops, I spilled some water. Okay, sorry. Not sure if I blocked the camera there. Okay, so I'm gonna sit in the chair. Okay, sitting in the chair, and I got the glove on. So I think you're less active today. So it wasn't quite as hot today. Arguably, it actually was probably kind of nice. Wouldn't say cool, but it was reasonably hot. So I woke up mid-morning. I think I woke up again in the middle of the night a couple times, and I kept waking up. So tried to sleep in again. Fortunately, I had stuff to do this morning. So I wanted to go for a run today. And by the time I got free, it was already afternoon. And I checked the weather report. So even though it was cooler today, it was one of those days where it's just going to get hotter as time went on. So looking at the temperatures, it was still better to go earlier than it was later this afternoon or evening. Though, because it's cooler today, I was actually slightly tempted to put it off till afternoon, because it might be reasonably cool enough that even though it's still hotter than leaving immediately, I won't have the sun intensity to worry about. But after debating with myself for a little bit, decided I should go now, just get it over with, and hope it works out. And unfortunately, the sun intensity was getting to me. It wasn't as bad as the past couple runs I've done, but I think I actually did worse today, or at least on par with one of my worst runs in the past few attempts. So I don't know, it was just, it was a nice headbutt there. I was just feeling tired during the run. So it was definitely the sun intensity was bearing on me. I could feel it the moment I was walking outside. I could feel it on my back. And then by the second lap, so by the end of the second lap, I was really feeling like, gee, this feels like the third lap, not the second lap. But how tired I was. And I kept having that feeling the rest of the run where it felt like, feels like I'm like one lap further than I actually am. And on my last lap, I was really feeling exhaustion. I was, really coming apart there. And I actually was thinking about just skipping that last lap just because I felt like it was one lap further than I actually was. One lap more tired than I should be. So maybe I should just quit. But I didn't. But yeah, that was a really bad last lap. And then coincidentally, today I checked my junk mail email box, and I noticed there was a general message about the sun protective shirt that I bought for running, and there's a voluntary recall on it. So apparently the company, after doing some testing on their product, had discovered it did not meet the UPF rating 50 plus that they advertised, and that was actually one of the reasons I bought. That was actually the main reason I bought it. And they said found in testing it actually was somewhere between, I think, 17 and 30 something, I think. So on average it was, or maybe it was 40 something. So on average I think it was like low 30s or something like that. So they said, so first of all, at 30 whatever, we're still blocking 97, or I think it was 97% of the rays. But if you're unhappy, you can send it back to us and we'll give you a refund. Yes. And then the terms of the refund are like, could take 12 weeks. Not that I'm in a hurry, but the bigger problem is I need to find a proper shirt that actually meets the rating that they advertise. So I guess kudos to them for actually testing their stuff. So the problem is, I don't know if I actually believe any of the ratings. The cheap one I bought, made by Hanes, I don't really believe the ratings actually is what they claim, because it's kind of thin. So I use that one for biking. I'm a little more protected on my bike because I got the big helmet and I got a backpack on, and I actually wear a safety vest as well. So probably by the end of it I'm more protected, but for running I just wear the shirt. And so I'd like to have one that's actually doing its job, but I gotta do my homework again to find one that actually has a good rating, and then the problem is, how do I verify that it actually lives up to its rating? So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this one or not. So the other problem is I don't know if I have to pay for my own shipping or if they refund me that. Really annoying. And really annoying that, I live in area that has very intense sun, so I actually kind of need that higher rating, I think. I think Scruffy's coming down, so probably want your food now, huh? Yeah, there's that meow. Okay, here's your food. So I don't have time to do any shopping right now, so I'll have to put it on my to-do list to see if I can find any better shirts and a good price for them. So the other reason I bought the shirt was it was on sale at the time. It's a pretty expensive shirt, especially compared to the Hanes one, but I presume I'm paying for the quality, and actually it seems to be pretty good quality. I have actually a big complaint about the Hanes one already. I think within like a day or two of usage with the Hanes shirt, the threads, some of the threads start coming out, and they were big, long, giant threads. And there's one that I think there's like a flap or a folded over piece at the bottom, kind of like a seam, and it's like one big giant thread that keeps it intact, and that whole thread unraveled. So not very good quality, but kind of get what you pay for, I guess. So I was kind of expecting, yeah, this more expensive one actually would hold up, and so far, yeah, it's held up. It just unfortunately doesn't live up to the sun rating that they advertised. But I actually, as I said, I don't know if the Hanes one does either, so might be par for the course. But when I bought it on sale, there weren't very many colors available at the time. They had run out of stock on all the different variants of colors. I think I get white, black, and gray. I got the black because I didn't want white because I was worried it'd be always looking really dirty. And it would stay dirty, so even when I wash it. I don't know if you can use bleach or not, but I tend to try to hang on to my clothes as long as I can, so if this is a good quality one, I kind of expect it to last for a long time. And because if it is a good quality one, if it's white, it's not going to stay white. So I didn't really want to get a white one. So for that case, I thought black would be the best color. I wasn't sure if black would be good or bad, because I know on one hand you absorb color, or you absorb more rays. But on the other hand, so I know, like in the deserts, like in the Middle East, or is it Africa, maybe both, they traditionally wear black robes, and I've read that the reason for that is it actually helps the air convection. So there's enough interaction with everything that black's actually the ideal color, which is really interesting. So I have no idea for these shirts if that's also the case. And then I actually don't know if the color also impacts its UV protective features, which is probably the more important thing I care about. So if I'm just capturing infrared, making it hot, that's not as important as preventing the UV from hitting my skin. So that's the reason I'm buying it. And they're really thin, so kind of expecting the difference between a white one and a dark one, even if it absorbs more infrared. I'm thinking it probably doesn't matter that much in the end. But anyway, I noticed that I'm developing little white spots on the shirt quickly, and I'm not sure if it's... I do wear some sunscreen, particularly I put it on my shoulders and back of my neck, and sometimes I do put a little bit like on my other parts of the chest and whatever, just in case. And I noticed, yeah, there's some white stuff that sometimes coalesces on the shirt, and I'm thinking it might be the sunscreen, or it could actually just be sweat and salt accumulating on the shirt. It goes away when I wash it, but when I'm wearing it, it looks pretty bad, actually. It's kind of gross. So I'm starting to think maybe gray would have been the better color, because you wouldn't notice it as much. I didn't think that would be an issue. Yeah, I guess I've never noticed it with my short sleeve shirts, so could be the material. So at the park today, I saw, approaching the park, I saw Boots. So he was a couple houses down from the entrance where I enter. And yeah, he didn't seem happy to see me. I don't think he actually recognizes me, but usually he doesn't seem to care if somebody's approaching. He actually wasn't that close to the sidewalk. He was in somebody's driveway. But the moment he saw me, he decided to walk back and hide under the car. Usually he holds his ground. He doesn't seem to care. So I thought that was interesting. And then later I saw the cat that hangs out in the middle of the field. Also a black cat with white feet. And so I could definitely tell the difference between these two cats. A couple days back, I actually saw another cat that I was having trouble figuring out if it was Boots or this cat, because this other cat seems bigger and seems furrier, and Boots is bigger and furrier, but I don't think this cat is as furry as or long-haired as Boots. But at the same time, this cat seems to have the facial features, eye color, and just the patterning of the one that hangs out in the middle of the field. And so I've been confused a bunch of times. Am I seeing Boots? Am I seeing this other cat? Am I just not recalling what the cat looks like? If I can get a clearer view of the face, I usually can tell it's Boots. And so the other day, I saw this cat running off the field into somebody's driveway, and then hiding, jumping the fence, and just going into the back of the houses. He did turn around briefly, so I did get a glimpse of his face, and I thought, gee, it looks a lot like the cat that hangs out in the field, but I think this cat's much longer haired and bigger. So I'm thinking there's actually a third cat. And it wouldn't surprise me actually if this bigger one and the smaller one that hangs out in the field are related. And then it could even be possible they're all related. But the latter two, the first two, the non-Boots one, they look a lot closer. like each other. The longer hair and the size is the only similarities, I think, between Boots and the bigger one, and that they're both black and white cats with white teeth. Interesting. Scruffy didn't run off this time. Not sure if I should go in or if I should stay here. I kind of want to eat dinner. Yeah, he was eating slower tonight, so it'll take him longer. And he still walked kind of far away. It's not like he's on that mat there. So I think I'm going to rationalize it. I think I'm going to call it a night. Okay, folks, I think I'm calling it here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.